Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Greg Crane from Yamaha Drums. Today we are at Third Encore Rehearsal in North Hollywood, California, and we're going to meet up with Shannon Larkin from Godsmack. They got a new record coming out on Tuesday called The Oracle. We're going to talk about some drums. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. So stay tuned. Just follow me. Be cool, and just don't touch nothing.
These are the Birch Absolute Customs. Ended up going in the studio and using Sully's drums, the oak woods, to make the new record. We've always used the birch, so it's a nice different change. Those oak woods sound great. When I get my new kit, I'm going to get an oak wood.
So tell me about the record, man. How was doing it?
It was great, man. It was pretty much drama-free. We had a great time doing it. There wasn't any tension. We wrote like, I'd say 27, 28 songs, and then weeded it down to 12 or 13. And by the time we went to the studio, we picked out the 11 that we felt were the strongest record we could make. Typically, we do all the drums in a week, and then I'm sitting around twiddling my thumbs for 6 weeks while they put all the bass, guitar, and vocals on. Well, this time we did it completely different. Went in, got a drum track, and then the guys laid the bass, drums, and vocal, finished the song one at a time. So then, you know, after 2 days, we get a reward. We get to listen to the done song, then drum track on the next one, and so forth and so on. So that I wasn't stuck in the studio for 6 weeks going, what am I doing here, you know? So it was very cool, man.
How'd the drums do in the studio?
Oh, they were great, man. We changed the heads every other song, you know, to keep them fresh sounding. And
what kit did you use? The birch?
We used that kit.
Oh, you used the Sully's kit, right?
We used oak shells. We put them up against the birch in the studio, and the oaks just sounded better, man. More punch to the kick drum. He has a 26-inch up there, but we used the 24-inch oak shell, which he also has. Ended up not getting a good 14, so we used a 14 that Yamaha so kindly provided us. That was a turquoise blue looking drum. So it was the only drum on the kit that was different than the oaks. It sounded great, man. Well, it's the best drum sound I've gotten in this band for sure.
How about the new tour? What are we going to see?
In May, there's not going to be any surprises. We're headlining all these radio festivals, so we pretty much have to play all our radio hits. We have 15, 16 top 10 hits now, and it's like we can't play them all in the set. So people come and, why don't you play any deep cuts? Well, we can't even play all our hit singles, man. So, you know, I guess there's worse problems to have. But I think we're going to try and do something in the fall, a proper headlining tour in which we'll get a package together and go out there, and that's when we'll break down and get deep into the new record and pick some deep cuts from the old records for the fans, you know. But for these 8 shows coming up in May, it's going to be all hits, man. Pow, teeth laying on the stage, loving life.
You've been in the family how long now?
It's been 8 years I've been with Yamaha. I was a Premier guy in my band Amen in the Amen years, and I'm sure the way it looked to Premier was I got into a big band and then I dumped them. But in reality what happened was Sully's a big Yamaha guy, always has been, and I'd never really played the drums. So I got my new Premier kit right out of the box and set them up, tuned them up, they sounded great. And Sully put his Yamahas up in front of mine because we were starting to come together with the idea for the solo. And he's like, dude, nothing for nothing, you can play whatever kind of drums you want to play, but just play your Premiers and then sit down and play my Yamahas. And the Yamahas, hands down, sounded better to my ears, felt better to my hands. The kick drum, more oomph, just better. And so I called Premier and I said, I'm jumping ship.
It's cool telling everybody, like, you know, Sully's an endorser too. They're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You know, this is actually the first Godsmack record we've made where I play every drum on it, every song. On the last record, he played 1, and on the Faceless record, my first record with him, he played 3. And on the other side, the acoustic record, he played 1. And it's not like we tried to do it like that. It's not like he's like, I got to get a song on the record. It just always worked out. Like on Faceless, I got all my drum tracks done, and I just had a child. And so I flew home, and Sully's like, dude, I can play these couple songs. And I said, go ahead, you know, because there's no ego really in this band between Sully and I. He's played drums longer than I have, so he's a really, really great drummer.
What's your favorite part about Yamaha drums?
My favorite part is the way they sound. And the great people that work there. And I'm not just saying that to blow smoke. I mean, they've really stepped up and treated us with respect, and anything we want, really, there's never any kind of problem. Anywhere we've gone in the world, they've always made sure that I have the best drums there, from Japan to Europe. I never have to worry with Yamaha. It's a big company that cares about their artists. They always do great ads for me, and they had this great idea, which I loved, because I've had the same drum tech for 15 years. He's my best friend and my guy, Shane Hall. And they put him in their ad.
He loves it, and we do it mandatory on every kick drum. Even if we change sides, like Sully's been known to change kick drum sides, take all the Yamaha sub kick guts out, put it right into the new one.
Yep.
Absolutely, without a doubt, loves the sound.
And what we do is we turn this upside down. And then we mount the sub kick onto the tom mount, which is upside down.
Oh yeah, it's mounted upside down and you kind of like opposite.
Yep. We've got nothing but love from our sound man about it. He won't mix us without the sub kick. In the drum, man.
What possesses you to be a Oakland Raiders fan?
Oh, I tell you, my dad was a Notre Dame guy, and he graduated from Notre Dame. And so I was raised Notre Dame football. And what happened, I think it was like 1983 or 4 or 5, in the early 80s, a guy named Tim Brown, who was Heisman Trophy winner out of Notre Dame, got drafted to the Oakland Raiders. And my allegiance went with Tim Brown, who was my favorite star in college football. And so I just became a Raiders fan instantly. And luckily, that back in the day before they play for a couple of years and then switch to another team, Tim Brown was with the Raiders for his whole career until the very end. At the very end, then they go off, but so that's how I became a Raiders fan. What's up, everybody? It's Shannon from Godsmack here, hanging out with Mr. Crane, Yamaha, and thanks for tuning in. Rock on.